Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be giving you an update on our 2K 5X challenge, which is our challenge to turn $2,000 worth of Bitcoin into $10,000. We'll see how long it takes. If you like our videos, please follow us on Twitter and also on Telegram. We also have a model portfolio, which is down below, so you can view our positions and progress, not just of this challenge, but of our model portfolio as a whole. So hopefully by the end of the video, you should have a clear picture of where we are in this challenge, and I'll also give you an update on where I think Bitcoin will go in the near term and long term future. So let's talk about why I first started this challenge in the first place. It's really the idea that we made a video about hodling, holding for the long term, and how, in my opinion, I thought that was the wrong way to invest. You can position trade, which basically means to go long only, but you can take profit, wait for the dip, buy it back again. If it goes into a bear market, you go into cash, and then you hold it, for a while. That's the kind of investing that I do for most of my long-term stuff, for ETFs and for my retirement mutual funds. So when people talk about Bitcoin getting to 50,000 from here, where the price is around 9,000, that's basically 5x. So that's really the challenge, is the idea that who gets to 5x first? Bitcoin, right? If it really is on a roll and if it's very linear, as people think it is, or me, a seasoned trader of over 20 years, trading futures and on Forex. So let's talk about our progress so far. So it has been exactly on 1 week. And so basically I started off with $2,000 over here. And right now our current market value is $22.33. I had 6 trades. 6 winners, 3 decent sized winners and 3 very, very small winners. I'm up a total of 11.37%. Whereas Bitcoin started at 9,300, it's currently at 9,100, and it's down 2.5%. But that's not really the key item over here, because it's down 2.5%. So even if I went short, what that means is that if I just held a short position, that I should be up 2.5% then if I went short. So as a trader, you have to be able to beat the benchmarks. So the idea is that 2.5% minus or plus or whatever that range is, right? What you have to understand is that you have to beat that. Because if you had gone short, because then you're a trader, you should have taken a short position if Bitcoin is going down. If you're a swing trader or a day trader like I am, then the idea is to be at least up 2.5%. Or better at 5%. So, but currently I'm up 11%, because the idea is that we are in a channel, and for me, that is my understanding of where Bitcoin is right now. So let's look at it. We are in day 6 of a channel. So this was the big move to the downside. And we are day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and currently day 6. So the high of this big bar here on a daily is the blue, the low is the red. So I've been basically going up, down, up, down, up, down. I have 3 long trades and 3 short trades. 2 of the trades I am not happy with, because one I got a bad fill, and the other one was just my mistake for a trailer. I'll talk about that. But the bad part is two of them came in the last few days. So that's very upsetting for me. So let's talk about the trades itself. So basically, in my opinion, the trend for Bitcoin is up on a medium and a long-term level. So I would like to take more trades to the upside, unless something happens. So my first 2 trades were to the upside. It had a bounce off of the 200 EMA, off the 30-minute. It went a little bit higher. It hit. I thought my target was going to be about 9,700, which is this blue line over here. The idea is that it was going to create a new higher high over here. So it should probably get to over here, but it never did. So I went to sleep. I put a trailing stop right over here at 93.35, and unfortunately, there was a lot of action to the downside, and it kicked me out at a much lower price than I would have liked, which I was unhappy with. So when I woke up the next morning, I ended up making a trade to the upside once again, because I still believed in the long side. It crossed the 200, so I thought maybe at least it can go to 9,400. but this time since I'm going to be trading it during the day, this one I got a little bit late start to. I will trade it more actively and get in a better position. So when it gets to 9,400 again, I might take profits over there. But it started to turn. I took a very, very small profit because it closed below the 50, caught in a channel. And then when it finally closed below the 200 EMA and gave me a signal to the downside, I took a short. It was a little bit nervous for about an hour, actually about an hour and a half, and then it tanked. My target was 8,900, which was right here, and I got kicked out. So I'll show you the tweet that I had sent out before, just so that everyone can understand, so that they understand what I'm doing. So here we go. So this was the other day. That's the chart, but this is a short. So basically, at that time, this was at 4 o'clock, April 30th. I had decided to go short at 92.30, stop loss 93.50, target 8,900. That's exactly what happened. And then later I talk about why I decided to take this short in the first place. I'll talk about it now. Basically, because a couple of reasons. Number one is that before it was making higher highs, higher lows, but then we made a lower high, lower low, and because it never reached 9,400, there's a lower high, and I put a question mark down below on this little tweet right here. Is this going to be a new lower low, right after my short? And then it ended up being that. It ended up going way down. I had a hard target at the 8,900 and it kicked me out, which was good because I was about to go to sleep soon. So it kicked me out and then I went to bed. This morning I woke up. I see that it's still under the 50 and the 200 crossed. I took the first trade to the downside because everything is clear down below. I got filled at the 89.59. And this is where I made my mistake. So this is understandable because over here, because this was overnight action, a lot of things can happen. I put in a stop market. I got a bad fill. So I can be a little bit upset, but bad fills happen. But this is a trader's mistake. So basically the concept is that what I tweeted out this morning, right, just to show you. Okay, right here is that at 5:11 in the morning, yes, I wake up that early. I trade futures and Forex, so I'm waiting to trade the Euro and the S&P minis. So I'm trading very early. So I took the position down here. I put my target at 87.25, stop loss 90.75. So I take the position down below. It's a little bit not nerve-wracking, but I'm making a little bit of money, and then all of a sudden it goes down. It gets really close. The 87.25 here is a little bit lower, a little bit higher than this red line over here, which was, I told you, the low of the range. I don't really expect it to break down because the trend is up. So it's going down, and I'm only 100 points away, less than 100 points away from my target. And this is the upsetting part. I talked about how when people put in a bracket order in the beginning, they always put in they should have a ratio 2 to 1, 3 to 1, which is that your target should be twice as much as your stop loss. So if you want to make 300, your stop loss should be 100 or at least 150, somewhere there below. But as you're making profit, people tend to forget about the ratios. So what I try to tell people is that, especially when you're going against the market, right? The trend is up, market's going down. So this is a quick little trade. So what you have to do is you have to understand that. And for me, for some reason, I had a brain freeze. And as it was going down, I got a little bit greedy. I thought I was going to hit 8,700, go down, down, down. But then when it started to come back up, I was supposed to trail my target. If I did it at 2 to 1, which would have been a perfect ratio, I should have put my trailing stop at 88.50. But I didn't. Even if I had common sense to follow my plan, I should have put it at 8,900, 1 to 1 ratio, right? That's not great, but it's not that bad. But it came all the way back up. I froze a little bit. I was hoping that it would go down, and then it didn't. And that's where the problems came in, because I tweeted it out before, is that this is bad trading, right, over here. Because I was just hoping that it would come, and it really didn't. And that's what happened. So I had to put myself in a timeout. I didn't tighten it fast enough, and that is the very upsetting part. Right? So that's why we're human beings. We trade. I understand that, but I want to make as few mistakes as humanly possible. right? Because the idea is to become to be very, very consistent, to make things a habit, right? And you need to be able to focus on these things and just keep track of things as they go along. So because I froze up over here, what I did do is that I also missed the signal back to the upside as well. So that is my fault, and that's why I put myself in a timeout, because had my mind been a little bit clearer, I could have taken a upside position over here, or at the very least over here at around the 8,900. And right now I would have a small winner, but it looks like it's continuing to go up, and that is where the trend is. So that's why I'm putting myself in a timeout. I'm gonna try to relax, refresh, and get back at it later on in the day. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like our videos, please share it with your friends and other crypto traders. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. If you have any questions, please ask away in the comment section below. We do a very good job of answering all comments and questions right away. So thank you again for watching, and see you in our next video.